tell the truth. Did you actually watch the whole epic comeback game?
Of course I did. Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat not the whole time. I mean, because, nobody expects an epic comeback, right?
Right.
But totally, that guy got the hit that scored the run, and they scored a few more runs in the 8th inning. Yeah, totally. I saw the whole thing. I had a great feeling about it once they got the balls rolling.
Well, yeah, me too. I mean, I started to get excited when that other guy did that thing to lead off the 9th.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was totally epic. I really started to feel like something was going to happen then.
Me too.
I'm starting to get the feeling that one of us is telling the truth and that you're lying, Matthew.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, I think you're lying and you weren't watching the game. Look me straight in the eye and tell me, how did you react when the Eldritch Knight hit the Grand Slam?
Oh, sure. That's easy. I mean, I was in Cabo at a 1-star Michelin restaurant. So naturally, I dropped trowel and hogged out.
Wait, what?
Hit it, Bob!
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the humor is elite, but the baseball sucks. Oh yeah, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 374 of Giant Cocktails. Ben, I eventually watched the 8th and 9th innings of that epic comeback.
Oh, you didn't see it live like me?
First of all, I was in Cabo and I did not have access to a live feed. So I was, and then I did have dinner reservations to a Michelin star restaurant that night. And so I did turn it off when it was 9-1 and I was about to go into this restaurant and I was like, all right, this is done. I'm not wasting my time on this. After I had one of the best meals of my life, then I found out all that happened.
Okay.
And you?
Yeah. Well, no, I walked into Costco. They were losing 6-1, Matthew, and I never turned it back on. All right, because I didn't want another Kevin Brown situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just, come on. Of course I wasn't watching.
Self-preservation, man. It's a thing. I get it. But that's what replays are for. And so I did eventually come back and watch it. I had to watch the condensed version game on MLB like later that night because I still couldn't get any like YouTube TV wouldn't let me watch it. Like I was, and so I really started to think about a VPN at that point. But then when I came home on Saturday, it was one of the first things I did was turn on the game so I could watch the 8th and 9th inning in its entirety. And whoo boy, what a comeback.
Yeah, it's nice. And the Giants were really good for you to, like, they didn't win any other game while you were gone. So there were no other games that you needed to watch.
It felt that way. Yeah.
Right?
That was very kind of them.
Yeah. And you were in Cabo. I thought you went to Morocco.
I don't know. Cabo, Morocco, they're the same thing. Anyway, Ben, 23-year-old Willie McCovey had 374 plate appearances for the 1961 Giants, where he slashed .271, .350, .491 while hitting 18 home runs in 106 games. The Giants went 85-69 that year. Nice. Finishing third in the National League. And I just say the National League because divisions weren't created until 1969. And at that point, it was like when you were either first and you went to the World Series or you were out.
I also noticed that it was only 106 games, so I see they were pulling an Eldritch Knight situation.
He needed some seasoning, Ben.
He needed seasoning?
It's a time-honored tradition.
Fire truck! God! Jeez! This stupid Giants! Like, why don't you... like when a Willie McCovey comes along, you just see it.
Well, see, then like in 20 years from now, we'll be like, oh, Bryce Eldridge at 21. They really let him come up and play, and nobody will ever know it was out of desperation.
Well,
Because that's really why the only reason he's here this year is because they were desperate for runs. They were desperate for something.
yeah, they were desperate for something. I don't even think they were just, it was just a desperate move. It was very Farhanian. It was a Farhanian move. It was a Zaididian move. It was a, what was his name? Farhan Zaidi? It was a Zaidian move.
It was. And it worked. Unlike all those other Zaidian moves.
It didn't work at all, dude.
Era.
It didn't work at all. What are you talking about? They're more than a Negroni under 500 now.
Oh, I just meant that at least we get to watch Bryce Eldridge.
Oh, he's
flourish.
been good.
That's,
With distraction. Yes. I see. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked in at least
It's
half
working. I am amused.
Yeah.
I'm not focusing on the 2 losses that happened before that Grand Slam. I am focusing on the epic comeback. As you see, it's all playing out the way they wanted it.
Right. Congratulations, Buster. You fooled the easy one to fool.
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Yes, thank you for saving me, Bob.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail called Donna Maria. It is an original cocktail that I created for my fiancé because we got engaged while we were in Cabo. And I asked the bartender if he would make this for us.
What?
And now what, I didn't tell you?
No!
Yeah, we got engaged.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, you'll be invited to the wedding. I promise. Open bar.
Woo! We're all invited to the wedding, Giant Cocktails Nation! Open bar!
I did say you, as in Ben. Like you.
Oh.
You're invited. And if it's an open bar, you're the only one that's invited. That's all I can afford.
Bob? What about Bob?
Sorry, Bob. I budgets.
Don't give me that look.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh, God.
You're right. You don't. But you're still not invited. Anyway, that's what I'm drinking, Bob. Donna Maria. I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail called Chocloate Smoke because calling it Tracy Smoked seemed too early and too mean. What's in a chocolate smoke? Well, you have to wait around to the end of the episode to find out. But I bet you can guess one of the ingredients.
I'm really hoping there's some chocolate in there.
Wow, actually, there is. Sort of, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how they make this stuff.
I don't either.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
All right. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, today is Sunday, June 14th, as we record this podcast back from our 1-episode hiatus.
Happy Flag Day!
Oh, it is Happy Flag Day. That's right. If you so observe. I don't know. Just what flag are you flying?
What does it mean
today?
to observe the Flag Day?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a holiday. You observe it or you don't, right? I mean, it's like,
I guess. I don't know what one is supposed to do on Flag Day. It's just a day to honor the American flag.
Fly a flag? Is that what
No,
you're
it
supposed
is
to do?
the American flag.
Well, right.
It's not just any
Fly an
flag.
American
Like
flag.
you can't get out your Giants Nation flag and fly that and be like, "Hey, it's Flag Day."
It should be that way.
Maybe
though.
we should.
As
have
an
a
American, I feel like I could fly any flag I want, Ben.
Well, you can. That's just not what the holiday is about. I think we should create one for the Giants flag too, but it should be in October.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Anyway, vibes check, Ben.
Vibes check. Wait, what's a vibes check again? Oh, this is
Remember,
the stupid.
it's, we're not focusing on the record anymore. We are focusing on vibes.
Yeah.
You're drinking Negroni, homeostasis, or favorite cocktail feeling. How are you feeling right now, Ben? Let me have it.
I'm still basking in the afterglow of the Eldritch Night's Eldritchian blast. Like that was like 4 days ago, and I still can't get over it. It was life-changing. That was a life-changing event for me. And so I think I'm very much I'm a Fitzgerald topped with champagne. That's what I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Mexico. I couldn't watch a darn game. I'm definitely at homeostasis at best. I didn't get quite the same feeling as all those of you who are stateside getting to watch it live. So I'm homeostasis. We're not even close to being homeostasis in real life. Since we last recorded, we're homeostasis.
I thought we weren't allowed to say. Oh, we are allowed to say homeostasis. Since we last recorded, we're homeostasis. Yes.
2 and 4. That's 2 games under 500. Yeah. Homeostasis for the last week, man.
What? Okay. They lost to. Oh, God. Am I not allowed to say it? Like, what is happening? What? God, I hate this. I hate this vibes check BS. It's like what you've done is you made it impossible to complain.
The Giants are a crap ton under 500.
It's a Negroni +1, which is 14. Okay? Because a Negroni is 13 because of course it is.
It is, of course. Yeah. So we're even worse than a Negroni at this point, under 500.
Yeah.
That's all I really want to say about that, though. I don't think we need to dwell on it. What are we going to talk about today, though? There's 2 series that we haven't talked about since we last went on. So instead of like focusing on each of that, I think we just need to do like a little like just smorgasbord of stuff. Just start talking about all the things that have bubbled up into our consciousness over the last week. What do you think?
Yeah, we're just gonna stomp on a baby tomato.
Are we really?
I mean, we could. Okay. But I was just doing a
messy, and I got some nice shoes on, and
I was doing a Pulp Fiction reference.
Oh, that's a Pulp Fiction reference. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
We're gonna catch up.
Okay, all right. Okay, but first, Ben, some tidbits.
It wouldn't be Giant Cocktails without tidbits.
Just roster changes. Tristan Beck had quite the week. It was optioned when Raver San Martin was activated from the 60-day IL. When Raver needed a spot on the 40-man, our old friend Will Brennan was DFA'd.
Don't worry, he'll spend a week doing whatever it is that you spend during that week doing that, and then he'll be outrighted to Sacramento.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Then Carson Seymour was optioned, and our old friend Ryan Walker was recalled. And he's actually looked pretty good in the couple outings that he's been.
Yeah, he was actually really good when he was down in Sacramento, which I mean, let's face it, like they sent him down there to get fixed. Right?
Yeah.
And
apparently he worked on it and got fixed.
Yeah. Well, he got fixed. That sounds like...
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. No veterinarians came anywhere near Ryan Walker.
Yeah. Is that what we call it when a guy gets the surgery? Do we call it getting fixed? Is that a thing? No?
It should be.
It should be, yeah. I got the fix.
What's the difference?
I got fixed.
I got fixed. Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
So one of the nights, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Monday night. Maybe it was Tuesday night. I was at a bar in this resort that I was staying in Cabo.
Shocking.
And I'm looking out over the ocean, and all I can think about is Keaton Wynn and how his arm must have been doing. At that point, I did not know that there was anything wrong. I was just like, the poor guy has pitched 3 days in a row, including a 5-out outing on Saturday. And I was just like, poor guy. And so I put it out on social media that I was just thinking about Keaton Wynn. Come to find out that those thoughts and prayers were needed because he went on the IL with an elbow strain because Tony Vitello doesn't know how to manage a bullpen.
Tony Vitello doesn't know how to do a lot of things that a baseball manager should know how to do. That's what
we'll talk about. We'll talk about that in a little bit. One man's misfortune is another man's gain, and bam, Tristan Beck back in the majors.
Can you imagine? Gets off the airplane. Gets
one day in Sacramento, and then they need you again.
Yeah,
he's got to drive all the way back.
He gets a phone call like, hey, yeah, you should get back on the plane.
Luckily, I think they were local, so he just had to drive.
Oh, that's fair. Fair.
So that's all the tidbits I got. Now we should probably just talk about stuff.
We should talk about stuff. We got to do the ketchup.
Yeah,
we're going to step on the baby.
Stomp on some tomatoes. That's
the
right.
Baby tomato.
And the biggest baby tomato we should start with is the epic comeback.
I don't think there's anything else worth talking about for the whole time you were gone, dude. I mean, the Keaton Wynn incident is worth noting. And I think we're going to actually get to that tangentially because of the guy that he replaced. But yeah, no, it's the comeback. It's all about the comeback, baby. It's all about the comeback. And I that was a special day for me, Matthew. It was a monumental day. It was a milestone day. It was a big day for me, like outside of baseball. And usually on this big monumental day, the Giants effing lose. It's like historically bad on that special day. But not that day. Not that day. And to make it be that guy, it really made, Matthew, it almost validated my whole life. That single day. Yeah. Because I felt like...
So you really have been riding that high since.
Yeah, I have been. I was like, wow, I accomplished something in my life. I did one thing. I was right. I was right about the Eldridge night. and I got rewarded. That's my reward. And now that I say that out loud, I feel kind of sad about it.
But I can't blame you for wanting to celebrate and even take a little credit for that, because it's been a long time coming since we've had like a heralded rookie actually deliver.
Oh, God. It's since Buster Posey.
Right. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, before that, it was Lincecum, you know.
Sure.
So short time span there. But, like, so they have done it, right? I mean, I don't know that, I don't really remember. I'm trying to think of the great, like, Matt Williams. I don't remember how he, like, if I remember correctly, he got off to a slow start. Will Clark, the Thriller. It doesn't happen that often, right? I mean, we're already in the 80s, right? so does
it seems to happen a lot more for other teams. Maybe that's just like
it seems to. And I think
it's giant bias. I don't know.
Well, it seems to happen to the teams that just like bring up a lot of rookies. You know?
Yeah, like Tampa Bay Rays have a guy every other year.
Yeah, well, the White Sox have like 6 of them this year. You know? It has been a long, long time. It has been a long time, and but I think what it also did is it really sort of put an exclamation point on Eldridge since he got called up, right? Because, like, remember, like, when he got called up with Jesus Rodriguez, and I think in the first game they both did nothing. But then Rodriguez started to hit. He hit his home run, and he just started producing. And Eldridge was like 1 for 10 with like, I think 14 strikeouts. And I don't even know how that's possible, but I'm pretty sure that's right. You know, like it was bad.
It feels like it was, yeah.
It was bad. And it was like, it was double-digit games bad. But they didn't panic. They didn't pull a Zaidian move and immediately bounce him back. They stuck with it. I mean, they rested him, and they didn't have him, you know, they didn't like the matchups against the lefties. And like, you know, Vitello, for a guy who totally sucks at your job, you sure do act like you know what you're doing. Anyway, we're going to get to that later. The point is, but then things started to turn, right? The tide had turned, and he started to put together a lot of hits. And then the walks started. Not a lot of power, but honestly, like, that wouldn't be surprising if he just didn't hit for a ton of power all year, right? And not something you would really worry about, right? Like, that's typical of these, you know, these sluggers. They actually do hit pretty well, and then the power comes later. But now the home runs have started. And I think that grand slam was just like, yes, this is real. But more importantly, I think it was like, and I'm on the right team, and I'm in the right ballpark. Because, like, it's not often that you see a home run go to right field where you think any other stadium that would have been an out. I think Yankee Stadium, it would have been a home run. But every other stadium, that would have been an out. Like, I think that the estimated travel distance was only 330 feet. And that's because the ball was arcing down, and it hit the part of the roof that is the metal overhang. And it's not like it wasn't like sometimes they skip off that thing. No,
It bounced, and it bounced into the crowd.
It did. What was remarkable about it was just how, like, that would have been an out. But not at Oracle. It was sort of like the baseball god saying, Giants fans, it's going to be okay.
This is your guy. We're going to show you why.
This is your guy. And then I thought, he's going to go into a slump right now. But no, that hasn't happened.
Well, no. And I looked at, 31 games going into Sunday's game. 104 ABs, a slash line of 317, 405 on base, and 548 slugging for a 953 OPS. 5 home runs, 16 walks, and 25 strikeouts. So that's pretty darn good, especially when you consider that he had struggled so badly at the beginning and last year. But to illustrate like how much that has changed, if you take out the beginning of the year, in the last 30 days, he's played in 23 games. During that time, he's hit 388 with a 468 on base and a 650 slugging for a 1.118 OPS. 4 home, and then the interesting is 13 walks and 16 strikeouts during that time. I just it doesn't really get any better than that. And, Matt Chapman's one of the hottest players in baseball, and Bryce Eldridge is still better than him during that same stretch. That's how good Bryce Eldridge has been.
Yeah. I mean, and it's been amazing. The Giants announcers were talking about he's the only Giants hitter that the opposing teams are afraid to pitch to. Like, you can see it or pitching around. He's 21 years old. And that just goes back to the point that I made in our last episode, which is like, that's how these guys happen. It's not about seasoning. It's not about like what the Giants did to make Bryce Eldridge happen. The Giants didn't do squat to make Bryce Eldridge happen. All they didn't do was they didn't break him, which we do know they have the capability of doing. So let's not take that away from the Giants. They didn't screw this one up. But I mean, that's how these guys happen, right? They just happen. And you have to get out of their way and let them happen.
Well, and that's where I will kind of point out that in the last 30 days, he's only played in 23 games, whereas Chapman, Arise, Schmidt, Devers have all played 27. So that means he sat for 4 games when he was the hottest player on their team. And that shouldn't ever happen again.
I agree with that. I think recently he has not had... He had a day off, I want to say about 10 days ago.
Yeah, he's going to play in the next
I don't understand. He's 21 years old.
He's 21 years old. You don't need to rest.
Yeah.
He's a DH, 21-year-old DH. You don't need to rest.
Seriously. I don't know what we're doing here. I was a little bit annoyed when they pinch ran for him today as we record this podcast. Now, I like that move because it definitely said to me that Vitello believed they weren't going to need him because he was playing first base today. So they had to do a little moving around, and that's why Schmidt ended up having his throwing his ball away. By the way, do you think that was a good moment for Schmidt to tell a certain somebody to do a certain thing with the certain beach ball?
To catch the effing ball? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a horrible throw, but still, nonetheless. I mean, which one of these guys has got the bigger jockstrap right now? Hint, it's not you, Matt Chapman. Sit down. Matt, sit down. Matt, sit down. Casey's got the bigger jockstrap. I mean, it's all about the size of the cup, and the size of the cup is just something you can choose too. So I'm not saying it means anything. I'm just saying.
Okay.
My point is,
all
sit
right.
down. Like, whatever. My point is, catch the fucking beach ball is what I'm saying.
Oh, damn.
But hey, by the way, I love how you're hitting recently. Thank you for figuring that out.
A little too late, but okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it is a little too late, right? It was a little too late. It is too late. It is too late. But nonetheless, this is the Bryce Eldridge's Giants now. This team is his team. Unfortunately, it's not a very good team. But I think that's like, given where they are in the standings, they're a Negroni +1 out of the under 500. They got a bunch of guys who are rapidly aging way faster than we expected before our eyes. They have a non-existent pitching staff. They have half a bullpen. This is not a good team, but it's his team. Like, when this team is going to be good, if it's going to be good, it's going to be a team built around him. And guys with the names of Chapman, Adames, and Devers are either not going to be on the team anymore, or they're going to be second fiddle to him. This is the Giants of the future. And when they win, it's going to be because of him. And I think that's what we saw.
When they win is a good way of putting it, because they're not winning right now. It's weird because I feel like there's more optimism in the air. People are more excited about watching this team, but they're not getting better. In fact, you could argue they're getting worse.
Well, if you're talking about the standings, Matthew, that yes, I don't even think you could argue. It's not an argument. It's a fact.
Right. Well, and it's, their current winning percentage is .403. Mm-hmm. The last 6 games, obviously .333. It's just they're not winning games that they should. They're making really, really bad mistakes. Jonah Cox forgetting how many outs there are, for example. Or not knowing.
Yeah, it's Jonah Cox's fault. Yeah, let's blame the AA kid. Yeah. Okay, I don't know who that is on first base. But, like, when the kid comes in, the pinch runner comes in, like, the first thing you whisper into his ear is the situation. Did you do that? Because if you did that and he forgot, then, yeah, it's Jonah Cox's fault. If you didn't whisper to him the situation, what is your job? What do you do?
Well, they take the batting glove and they put it away, and they just, and then they whisper into his ear after every pitch.
Well, hopefully they would be whispering green light, red light, 2 outs. 0 outs. Like, what are they whispering? They'd be like, I like white chocolate.
I think they're like Skittles or M&Ms. I mean, what else are they going to do?
Like,
there's not a whole lot to do over there.
They're like, 4th row, 6 in. He's totally hot. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
Don't tell the pitching staff.
The point is that they're not getting better.
Right.
This team is getting worse. And there's a lot of blame to go around. The pitching. Oh, my God, the pitching. We'll get to that in a second. I do feel like, though, that as much as we want to celebrate the hitting, because the hitting has definitely taken off over the last month or so. In fact, over the last 15 games, they're 3rd in the majors in runs scored with 78, which is 5.2 runs per game. That's a healthy amount of runs per game over that time. Yet, they're 6-9 in those games. They've scored 11 or more runs 4 times during that time period in those 15 games. They've scored 3 or fewer runs 10 times. But they did win 2 of those 3 or fewer run games. I don't know what to make of this team. You're thinking, they're going to take off. They're scoring lots of runs. And then they do over like 3 or 4 games. And then they just take a nap for like 2 or 3 games.
That's what this team does. They did this last year, dude. Remember, they had a 2-month span where they didn't score runs at all. They just didn't do it to start off the season. We got all excited, and then after 2 months, they were like, we're going to stop hitting. And then they traded for one of the best hitters in baseball, and he was like, we don't hit here? Okay. That's different. I guess that's what I'll do too. And then they were like, they had so much fun with that. They came back this year and they were like, hey, remember that time we didn't hit last year for 2.5 months? What if we did that at the beginning of the season? Like, this team is super, super streaky. And like that's why their expected win-loss ratio is like it's better than their actual record because of this jankiness to how they score runs. And I don't know. I'm not surprised by it. Like, that's how they've demonstrated. I agree that it's confounding. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason that this should happen this way. But that's the way it's happened, and that's the way it seems to happen for them more often than not. That's the 2026, and I might add the 2025 San Francisco Giants. When we score, we do it in bunches.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, outside of one Logan Webb, the pitching can't ever seem to at least keep us in the game. I can't tell you. It seems like at least every other game, and this is on me, I'm not always like watching the game right when it starts. Like I'm like rushing to turn on the game or whatever. I'm busy. And I turn it on like an out in, 2 outs in, I'm still early, but I'm not there when they're like running the lineup, And it seems like we're already down a run or 2 all the time.
I'm telling you, Matthew, you just got to get there earlier. You got to.
So I can enjoy that one moment where we're actually not behind.
Yeah. So like for the Trevor McDonald game, you got to get there before he throws the first pitch. Then you'll at least see the Giants playing baseball when they're tied. The one moment in the game where they aren't losing while he's in the process of throwing his pitch. If you did that, you would be able to enjoy that half a second. Okay? This is your fault,
well,
not their fault.
You put it that way. It doesn't really feel like I missed anything, does it?
No. Oh, gosh. Here's the thing. Like that start but with McDonald, like the way I keep thinking about it is I'm like, it's so disappointing. It's such a bummer. But I'm like, at best, this guy should be our 5th starter. At best.
Right.
And
right now he's like our 3rd or 4th.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and the Giants have like these weird, Malley's going to come off the IL soon. I do think he should go to the bullpen. Like that I don't know why I didn't have that thought earlier. I was like, why don't we put Hauser, D's nuts and Malley in the bullpen? Like, why do we have to release them? We don't. And honestly, I feel like Malley would be a good addition to the bullpen because that might make the bullpen better.
It might. I've been thinking, though, too, that as crazy as it sounds, teams need pitching. And I feel like the Giants might put Malley back in the rotation, see if he can go on a little bit of run now that he's healthy. And then he's got a little bit of trade value. Then you just get rid of him.
Okay, so you're arguing he was hurt and that was impacting his pitching?
I'm arguing that the Giants could say he was hurt and that was impacting his pitching.
But they fixed something.
Either that or they just get lucky. Either way, I feel like they're going to put him in the rotation. I feel like that he's going to get put in the rotation. If he starts pitching well, then they've got another trade chip that they can
I
get
totally
rid of.
agree with
He's
you.
only on a 1-year contract, so they could give him to somebody who's desperate for pitching that needs a little extra length in their bullpen or their whatever as they're on a stretch run for the playoffs.
Well, he's got 1 more year after this year, I thought. Or is that Hauser?
No, Hauser D's nuts does.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. No. God. Look, if you can move him for value, then do it. I mean, if you can move him for a Pepsi machine, an empty one, do it. Like, if you can move him. Like, there's no point. Like, I don't even mean that, like, derisively. And I am being derisive. Don't get me wrong. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Trevor. Like, I just, no. Like, you sucked. Like, just an absolute disaster of a signing. I'm not going to pretend to be nice about it. Like, that sucked. But, if you can get value for the guy, you should. And even if he is good, because this season's over, right? You're a Negroni +1 under 500. You should be thinking about the future.
Yes, absolutely. You should be trading anybody that, especially on an expiring contract, that some other team is willing to take off your hands.
Yeah, anybody that's willing to give you anything more than an empty Pepsi machine, you should be making that trade. It
was a bad signing, but it was never a great signing. It was always a risky signing. And I just...
It was a cheap signing, Matthew.
Is that what it was? Because do you really think that Buster went into this season going, you know what's going to put us over the top is Tyler Malley and Adrian Hauser-D's nuts. And then, oh yeah, we got all we need in the bullpen. We don't need to make any additions. Is that really like what he thought when he looked at this roster going into 2026?
Well, I have a number of theories, Matthew.
Okay.
The theory that I like to call theory number 7 is this. No, he didn't think that at all. Like, he had no belief at all that this was going to be a competitive pitching staff. What I'm saying is that he thought that his hitters would be more consistent in scoring runs, but also he didn't have any money to spend because the Giants are cash poor. That's what I like to call theory number 7.
Now, why is it called theory number 7?
Because there's two kinds of bankruptcy, Matthew. There's the one where you like reshuffle and stay in business, and then there's the one where you just like, no, we're toast. Number 7 is the toast one. But then I have another theory.
Okay.
He's delusional. I like to call this theory number 8.
Buster's delusional?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Okay. And this is theory number 8?
Yeah, because of Section 8.
Like the whole military thing of you get kicked out because you're
Yeah. It was
loony?
like the one that what's his name from MASH was always trying to get a Section 8.
Mhm. Yeah, Klinger.
Klinger was
trying to get a
dressing up
Section
in
8,
drag
yeah.
so that he could get a Section 8. Spoilers. If you haven't watched the season finale of MASH, which is like one of the all-time great series finales, so you know, a skip forward, I don't know, to 3 minutes from now, whatever. I'm going to talk about this for 3 minutes and 30 seconds now. When he left the show, his character stayed in Korea. He married a woman there, and he stayed there. He kept trying to leave, and then his character stayed. Anyway, yeah, Section 8. Like, he's just crazy. Like he's delusional. Like, he thought, yeah. But I have another theory. It's called Theory 13.
Okay.
The Manasian boys are experts at tricking people into thinking that they know baseball arbitrage when they actually suck. My examples, Matthew, are 2 of the worst teams in Major League Baseball. Both of them tied with each other for the second worst record in Major League Baseball. The whatever they called, the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles, the Los Angeles, the Angels, and the San Francisco Giants.
I never really thought about that. That's true. They are like neck and neck right now for who's better, who's worse.
That's right. They're neck and neck for who sucks the most.
Now, why 13?
It's just an unlucky number.
Unlucky number. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those are my theories. They all seem plausible, dude. Like, I could just see it like Manasian, like, no. Like, dude, look, he's hurt, therefore he's cheap. But look at the weenus. Right, look at look at the weenus. The numbers go up. They go up. You know, numbers go up.
Yeah, I do think that you might be onto something with this whole like Giants had a budget because they're, I don't know if they're poor or not, but they certainly didn't want to spend the money that they would need to improve the bullpen or 4th or 5th starter. So yeah, I could see.
Well, they
that.
already spent all their money on those 3 old men who are all playing like my age.
That was Buster signing those 3 old men. So that's the bed he has to lie in.
I mean, I got to tell you, when I was in my late 20s and early 30s, I did not feel like I was downhill. I don't know what these guys are doing. Matty seems to have figured it out, and he's the old man of the bunch. So maybe there's hope for Adamas endeavors. Yeah.
I do hope. You know what was interesting this week was that up until this week, Vitello has not publicly named a closer. And then when Wynn went down and they brought back Beck and they're all doing, he finally acknowledged that he needed a little bit more stability in the bullpen and that he was naming Caleb Killian as the closer.
I think the key point is they called up Walker. That's the key point. And I wonder if this was about internal, not external. If they care about external, then they are not listening. So
he did say that the guys in the bullpen wanted more. They wanted to know where their role was.
Yeah, shocking. This is
it's funny though because shocking, right? But he was very adamant with like, oh, we want guys that can pitch anytime, anywhere.
That's what everybody says. This is, you know what this is? You know who this is? You know what this is? I know exactly who this is. I know what's happening here. I know what's happening. This is Tingler. This is the kind of BS he used to pull when he was with the Padres, wearing his goddamn sweatshirt and when he's managing the team. I'm so smart. I know I'm going to do all of these stupid things that people haven't done for 50 years because they figured out 50 years ago that they were stupid. And then Dave Roberts makes him look like a damn fool every time they play each other. This is the same kind of crap. This is Tingler's fault. This is Tingler's fault. This is Tingler. Sorry, no, I didn't. It's just.
I didn't know your voice could go that high.
Yeah, it's a flashback to last year. Because you remember the Tingler episode.
I do remember the Tingler
folks,
episode.
Am I wrong? Was I wrong in the Tingler episode? Like, how ridiculous and stupid does that? Okay, I'm just as stupid as I've ever been. But the point is, how does a guy keep making these mistakes, Matthew? How are we this far into the season? And a man that is allegedly intelligent, and he seems intelligent when I don't know. Sometimes he sounds like me when he's doing interviews. Like he starts talking about one thing and then suddenly he's off like down 17 tangents.
I don't go around telling people this all the time because I don't want to go to your head, but you're actually kind of smart.
Okay, all right, okay, you're right, okay, yes, you're right. I am smart. And he seems like me. So Vitello is allegedly smart. How does he keep making the same mistakes over and over again? My theory is Tingler. This is all Tingler's fault.
He's listening to the Tingler, and because they're old buds, I just hope at some point Vitello takes it over and just starts making decisions.
Yeah, this is Tingler. Oh, we should take Webb out of the game. That's what the Wiener says. And then Vitello's like, yeah, okay, you're out. And then Webb puts ice on his shoulder and shuts it all down. And then Tingler comes back to him and says, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't take Webb out of the game. Or maybe Message was like, wait, what? We're taking Webb out of the game? Why did you do that, you stupid idiot?
What? We're going to have Keaton win throw for 3 days in a row?
And then Vitello's like, well, Jace said, and Message is like, Jace is an idiot. And then they all three of them run back over to Logan Webb, and they're like, hey, can you go back in? And Webb's got this big fire truck and ice pack on his shoulder. Sorry, Bob. How does that stuff keep happening? It's got to be Jace Tingler. It's got to be Jace. But anyway, I'm glad that Killian's the closer. Was that the first time that he had an opportunity, Matthew, to start at ninth with a clean inning today?
There has been a few other times, but actually there's been a lot of more than one inning save opportunities for Caleb. It has been more often than not. He has actually pitched more than ninth.
Right. It wasn't even a save opportunity because the Giants scored that extra run. But
that's true.
But nonetheless, he did it when he got the three outs. I know it doesn't feel like that's not how you do it in the video games, Jace. I get it. It should be like the video games. These are human beings, dude. They're not a video game. Like I used to yell that at Gabe Kapler all the time. Okay, it's not a video game. These are human beings. You know, I'm sorry, dude. They want a clean inning. They want to be the closer.
All right. Well, Ben, we got Monday off.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Just the team you want to see at this point in the season. The Braves are 46-25.
I hate those guys.
First place in the National League East. They have been pretty mediocre over the last 10 games, 5-5.
This is just like 1993 all over again.
We can never.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like 1993.
We can never forget that. There is no Colorado Rockies this year to blame it on. They're just good.
They're just good.
Probable starters aren't going to make you feel any better. Adrian Hauserdy's nuts against Grant Holmes on Tuesday. Robbie Ray versus J.R. Ritchie on Wednesday. And Landon Roop versus Martin Perez, who is a lefty, which means, we'll struggle to score any runs on Thursday. Then we go to Florida for 3 days.
I would say that's the worst part of our rotation, but,
Well, anyone but...
When
but
well,
Webb
I was
is
going to
the
say
worst
when
part.
McDonald is pitching, that's the worst part of our rotation, too. So... All right.
At this point, you just hope something clicks for one or two of them. Just, just let it click.
Yeah.
Like Robbie Ray, maybe you could actually throw strikes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Landon Root, maybe you
That
could
would
throw
be
strikes
wonderful.
and get into the 6th inning and stop casting stones.
Amen, brother.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
Yes, Bob, it is time for the booze.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Well, Bob, as I said at the beginning of the show, I'm drinking a cocktail I'm calling Donna Maria. What's in a Donna Maria? Well, it's a riff on the last word, which is my fiance's favorite cocktail. This one, though, because we were in Mexico, has 1.5 ounces of Reposado Tequila, 3/4 ounces of Green Chartreuse, 3/4 ounces of Luxardo Maraschino Liqueur, and 1 ounce of lime juice, and just maybe a bar spoonful of agave syrup to add just a touch of sweetness. That is optional, however. You do not need to add it. You're going to shake all the ingredients with ice, double strain it into a chilled coupe or over a large cube in a rocks glass if you prefer. Going to garnish it with a lime wheel and or a brandied cherry. And you get a very lovely cocktail called the Donna Maria.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I'm really proud of it, and I hope you all make it.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling Chocloate Smoke. And this is a white chocolate smoke. Why? Well, because one of the ingredients is 1/2 ounce of white chocolate creme de cacao. Although, I encourage you to use the regular chocolate creme de cacao and see how that goes. To that, you're also going to add, of course, 1.5 ounces of Mezcal, because that's where the smoke comes from. Also, 3/4 ounce of lime juice and 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, or maybe a little bit less if you don't like your cocktails too sweet. You're going to put all of those ingredients into a shaker with ice, shake until well chilled, and then double strain that into a chilled coupe glass. I garnished mine with some dried lime wheels and a dried slice of dragon fruit. Why? Because I had it. And that was quite good, but you could also garnish that with like white chocolate flakes on the top. That sounds cool. And it was really good. This was a really good cocktail. I really, really enjoyed it. And also I want to add, no medical warehouses were harmed in the making of this cocktail. I really apologize about that Tracy comment from earlier. And that's what I'm drinking, Bob. The Chocloate Smoke.
That's a tasty cocktail.
It was very, very good. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back again on, Friday. Right? Because they go Tuesday,
Yes.
Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to record Thursday night. The episode will come out, I don't know, between 10 a.m. and noon on Friday. But if you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the social medias where we go by the username Giant Cocktails. That includes YouTube, where you can like, subscribe, and comment on individual episodes. You can also leave your comment on Spotify, just like, I can't remember the initials. Initial A, initial B, Birdsong did. And A and B are placeholders for the real initials. Where they said the reason that I don't like Kyle Schwarber is because he isn't a giant. To which I say, true. But I don't have, like, just great disdain for... Matthew, name another baseball player who doesn't play for the Giants.
Jose Altuve.
No, I hate that guy. Okay, I see your point.
Also, shout out to the Bird Songs for listening.
Yeah.
Ben, give me a Cacao.
Yeah. Hope Hayden's doing well. Oh, but most importantly, be sure to leave us a positive review on your podcasting platform of choice, such as Apple Podcasts or Eldridgeify. Matthew, it's been great talking San Francisco Giants with you, finally. Now that you're back. Never do that again. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Ben. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye! Tingler's gotta go.
Congratulations. You've survived another episode of Giant Cocktails. Until next time, here's mud in your eye.
Like mud in your eye? Like, what is that? It's weird. It's weird and random. Mud in your eye? And that's like a Cheers thing? Like, here's mud in your eye. It's like that scene in...
I guess...
That's that scene in that... what's that movie? The Sleepless in Seattle. She said, what did I used to say? Here's mud in your eye. And you said, no, you used to say, here's to us.
Oh, when they're talking at the end.
No, this is when he's imagining his dead wife.
Oh.
It's sad movie. Don't watch it.
I'm not.
Okay, it's actually not a sad movie. It's a good movie. It's a happy movie. It has a sad starting for one of the characters. The other character leaves her boyfriend, who's a nice, honorable man who doesn't deserve to be treated that way. It is a horrible movie. My God, don't watch it. God, it's so awful.
The lesson is that true love conquers all, Ben, even good people.
True love conquers all, including stable, good relationships.
Exactly. He did have all those allergies. That was kind of weird.
He did. He had a lot of allergies. That was annoying. Yes, those people.
So dumb.
Yeah. No offense to the people who have allergies. That really sucks. I'm sorry for you.